In the early years of school, children are required to learn a range of new mathematical concepts and skills. In this video, we explore high-quality, engaging activities to help your early years learners to strengthen and build their numeracy capability with a focus on adding and subtracting. Most children prior to school have a sense of what it means to want more, get more, have something taken away from them, or not have as much as somebody else. Things they value could be added to, such as a collection, or decreased or reduced, such as a cut-up sandwich, and rearranged without the quantity changing, such as placing all of their toy cars into various garages. In prep, children will be taught adding and subtracting concepts and skills. This will include counting, in order to know the total of two or more collections of items, that adding to a collection makes it larger in quantity, and that taking away from a collection makes it smaller in quantity. Children will connect numbers as representations of the quantities being added or subtracted. In this activity, you can build children's understanding about making a collection of items larger by adding to it. Subitizing cards made from light card are being used to consolidate the skill of subitizing, which is knowing the quantity of a number just by looking. The collection is shown with macaroni as counters, which could be replaced by blocks, beads, paper clips, or small toys. Okay, so Leo, we've got some pasta bows here, and we're going to use them as counters. We've also got some cards here with dots on them. Now, I'm going to show you the first card. As soon as you see how many dots there are, tell me how many you see. You ready? Well done, 3. Leo, can you collect 3 pasta bows and put them in front of you there? Great, can see 3 there. Okay, Leo, this time, can you select a card and see how many we get? 2, well done. And can you collect 2 pasta bows this time? Lovely. One more turn. Select one more card. Let's see what we get this time. 4. 4. Wow, that was super fast. Can you collect 4 pasta bows and put them with your collection? Perfect. So let's see. We had 3, then we had 2, and then we had 4. I wonder how many that would be all together. Could you count your pasta bows and tell me how many we have all together?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. We have 9 altogether. So 3 and 2 and 4 more makes 9. In Year 1, children are taught to use the addition, subtraction and equal sign in number sentences as a way to show the adding or the subtracting. Real-life situations will be represented by these number sentences that show the parts and the whole in the adding or the subtracting. Children progress from this to number sentence problems that require a solution to be calculated using addition or subtraction. The use of physical materials to support the use of counting strategies to find the solution to these problems is critical. This Year 1 activity uses physical materials to represent 2 parts which will be added together to make a whole, and build towards the use of number sentences to represent this part-part-whole problem. A part-part-whole chart is used to support developing understanding of the relationship between parts and the whole, as well as the number cards 0 to 9, which will be randomly selected from a container to generate the quantities to be represented, and 20 small toys as the physical materials. Liam, today we're going to have a look at how we can partition numbers into 2 parts that make up a whole. Can you please select a card and tell me the number that it says?
4,
Can you select another card and tell me the number that it says?
3,
Can you select 4 cards and put them on this part of the chart? And select 3 cards and put them on this part of the chart, please. Great, Liam. I can see you've put 4 and you've put 3. Now, Liam, I'm wondering how much altogether 4 and 3 would be. Can you push them into the hole so we can find out? How many do we have here?
7.
7. Great job. To adapt that activity for subtraction, start with 20 toy cars in the whole section of the chart and select one number card to identify how many to subtract from this whole, removing that quantity into the left part section. The toy cars that are remaining are then moved to the right side of the chart, or the other part section, to show how many are left. If 8 was selected as the quantity to be removed from 20, the chart would show 20 take away 8 leaves 12. The number sentence would be written nearby using numbers and the subtraction and equals sign. In Year 2, adding and subtracting concepts and skills build towards the development of efficient mental and written calculations with 1 and 2-digit numbers. Children use their knowledge of partitioning or splitting apart of wholes and combining of parts to make wholes to connect addition with subtraction, also known as turnarounds. This activity gives opportunities for children to use mental calculation strategies and the relationship between adding and subtracting to build their mastery of facts to 20. A coat hanger and pegs as supporting physical materials are used to give a visual of the turnaround relationship between adding and subtracting. Number cards 1 to 20 are used, which can be made by writing each number on light card. So, Jandamara, we're going to have a look at some facts that make up to 20. So we have 20 pegs on this coat hanger. Now, I know that 11 and something else makes 20. Can you move pegs over to that side so that we have 11 on this side of the coat hanger, please? Okay, you do that now. Great. So I can see that we have 11 pegs here and 9 pegs here. 11 and 9 makes 20. Now have a look at this, Jandamara. If I turn this around, how many pegs do we have on this side now?
9.
And how many pegs do we have on this side?
11.
So 11 and 9 makes 20, and 9 and 11 makes 20. Now guess what? If we know those two facts, we can also know two other facts. Remember we had 20. If I said to you, Jandamara, 20 take away 9 is how many?
11.
Great. And if I said to you, 20 take away 11 is?
9.
So if we know that 9 and 11 make 20, we can know 4 facts. You can include adding and subtracting experiences in everyday ways. Prompt children to count how many toys there are in their toy box, or to count how many cards there are altogether in their card collection. Also to calculate how much livestock is left to be treated out of a given quantity treated the day before, or how many biscuits have been eaten if there are a certain amount left out of a whole batch. The curriculum sets out the expectations for each year level, with children needing multiple opportunities to practice and apply taught concepts and skills in a variety of ways. These are just a few activities that you can use to support your early years learner with adding and subtracting.